Welcome back, everybody. Today, I'm going to show you a change that I am making to the Root Rider army that I think makes it better. And I'll kind of explain everything as we're getting into this replay. No live hits today because I actually stumbled across this find after I did all of my Legend League hits, but it's day one, so they weren't great bases anyway. So it's probably better to show you guys examples on friendly challenges on my own bases anyway. Basically, you're switching out the Valkyries and a couple of other things for furnaces. And I'll kind of explain how it works and why they work well together. By the way, I like putting a furnace behind the Royal Champion because then it draws the CC out and gets it out of the way if she draws the CC. And then you don't have to worry about it with like your Root Riders once you get into the base, right? So basically what you're going to do, you've got 6 furnaces. You can use one at the beginning. You can choose not to if you don't want to. I'm going to place like 2 furnaces behind the Root Riders like right at the start. Obviously, the Root Riders are going to go and open up walls. You get a little bit less burst damage, but unless you're using a Warden ability right at the start, probably by the time you pop your Warden ability, 3/4 of your Valkyries are dead anyway. So this has a lot more longevity to it, as well as cleaning potential, and it saves time over the long run. And then you're almost going to treat it like Druids a little bit, like with like the Super Witch army back in the day when Druids were super OP still. Just every 30-45 seconds or so, you're just going to sprinkle another furnace and kind of just as the Root Riders ring around the base, you're just going to kind of follow them with furnaces on the outside. That's the idea. These mites, they'll distract a lot for the queen. You'll notice your queen and your siege bears get way more value if you do this. You'll also notice that you really don't get that much less value with your main push into the base because, like I said, the Valkyries usually die so quickly anyway that you're not really sacrificing a whole lot with the army in the middle of the base either way. You do get a little bit of burst damage that you lose at the very, very beginning, but man, if you watch, I promise you, if you guys watch all of your Root Rider hits with Valkyries, you'll notice that like probably 3/4 of the time either the Valkyries walk and go somewhere else where the Root Riders are not, or they're all dead within 30 seconds anyway, and you very, very rarely finish the raid with all of your Valkyries alive, right? But this is going to help clean up everything. It's going to help keep the Root Riders and the Siege Barracks and the Queen very healthy. Look, the P.E.K.K.A. is still alive. Is there 2 P.E.K.K.A.s? Are there 2 P.E.K.K.A.s? Let me speak correct. Good English. Look at how crushed this is. We've got 2 invisibility spells left. We probably could use with a Royal Champion or something else. 3 healthy heroes. This is one of the very few armies that I can just kind of load up and try, and I instantly start crushing bases with it. Normally, I have to kind of learn the army a little bit. This one feels very easy to learn, very strong, and the first 4 bases that I put up of my own, I tripled the very first try, and then after that, I failed the first one because I messed the funnel up really badly, and the Root Riders all rang around the whole base. But let's go ahead and show you some more replays, and then maybe I'll do a couple of live hits and just kind of let you see my thought process as I'm doing the raid. All right, here's another hit. This one is a little bit notorious for being difficult to get the Root Riders or the Royal Champion into the core, right? The way that the defenses are lined up, and this is a very, very common style base right now. So I'm just going to start off with my Royal Champion. You know, we're going to clear 1/4 of the base. Once we've, and I really like the haste file. I just feel like I would rather get more value with my Royal Champion early in the raid than have her maybe get the Hawk Puppets and have it maybe be useful later on. I feel like this is guaranteed value and the other is not as guaranteed. It does give her a little bit more survivability, but very rarely do I get that much out of it. Okay, we've set a good funnel here, right? I line my arrow up so that I can clear all the trash buildings on the edge. That's just how I like to use the arrow if there's no invis bases. We're going to go ahead and get into this base. Obviously, I'm keeping an eye on like the single Inferno and stuff just to make sure that I don't need to freeze it if I do. You're going to treat this overgrowth and army basically exactly how you would in the past, right? Overgrowth things to make your Root Riders stay together and to make the funnel really good. I do use my Warden ability a little bit earlier here than I did in the last raid. But you can see this furnace in the little corner over here is helping clear out some of these buildings. And if you need to, you could put a super barb down or 2 to help tank for these fire mites, whatever they're called. I find that actually helps out quite a bit. The super barbs and the fire mites, they work together pretty well on the outside of the base. And you guys will notice that all of these raids, the Queen stays alive much longer. The Siege Barracks gets a lot more value. You can see like those Valkyries are clearing a ton of stuff on the back end of the base. And then I'm going to pop my Minion Prince ability now that this overgrowth is worn off. And these fire mites are going to get that scatter shot there, as well as help clear some of these things here. They, look at that. Like, they're still, the Valkyries, I definitely think these get way more value than the Valkyries do. Way more. They also do work really well against skeleton traps and mass CC type stuff, right? Because they do area damage. So we're going to end with, what is there? Are there 3 heroes alive? Yeah, so 3 heroes alive on this one too. Royal Champion ran up, but you can still see the fire mites are still running across the base to help everything. And look, they're going to start slowly damaging that ricochet cannon and everything. It is pretty rare that I just try a new army like this. I guess it's not necessarily super new, right? I'm just literally swapping Valkyries for furnaces and replacing an already good army with maybe something a little better. But it is very rare that I can just take something kind of new and just start crushing bases left and right like this. So I'm definitely going to be trying this in Legend League tomorrow because I'm kind of excited to try it on bases that aren't mine. All right, I'll show you one more replay, and then we will do some live hits. This raid actually, I have literally no idea what my warden was thinking. You'll see here in just a minute what I'm talking about. He like follows a P.E.K.K.A. instead of the entire army, and so I don't get my Royal Champion into the warden ability, and the Royal Champion dies like right at the start of the smash part of this raid. But we still end up absolutely crushing the base. Like you'll see here. I like want to like hop into the game and start like punching my warden when he does stuff like this. All right, I just recall right after this. We've got the funnel set really well. I'm going to put a headhunter down for this Royal Champion just to make sure that she goes down. I probably should have put a furnace down, honestly, and had the ice golems drawn out right at the start of the raid, and then I wouldn't have had to worry about them with my root riders here, because that's actually really what kind of messed me up, was the ice golems freezing me up forever, because then these P.E.K.K.A.s go to the left over here, and then my warden follows the P.E.K.K.A.s instead of everything else. Like, somebody explain this to me. Why, warden? That's 50 army supply. That's like 200 something army supply. Why that way? I don't get it. He eventually turns around, but why did he go that way? But yeah, you'll see my Royal Champion gets locked on by some stuff and just gets absolutely wrecked. But I just overgrowth the Town Hall because we're going to ring around it. I want to just keep everything in a nice clump, but I know there's not really very many scary defenses for a little while, and I'm going to save my Rage, my Warden ability, and the Freeze for that scary section over there. But you can still see the Queen and the rest of the Siege Barracks live forever because these Fire Spirits and Super Barbs clear the defenses and tank so much for them that like the Queen can just live forever in this version of the army. So yeah, right here is where I think Warden ability, and then I'll Rage here in just a second. And then I'll freeze once the Warden ability wears off. Oh, I had my Minion Prince ability too. I forgot about that. I did try this with the Barbarian King, by the way. I just think the Minion Prince is probably better. And you'll see here that the Fire Mites, all times 2 through the rest of this attack, the Fire Mites are actually going to clear the Town Hall. So, look how crushed this is. Even though I lost my Royal Champion right at the beginning of the raid, we have like 3 pretty healthy heroes. Well, now they're not, but they were. All right, let's do a couple of live hits. That way you can kind of see me do the attack start to finish. I feel like that helps instead of just seeing replays. All right, this one looks a lot like that second base that we did, but it is a little bit different. It's got like those like isolated corners. You know what I'm talking about. Well, I can't really put a furnace behind my Royal Champion here because it's in range of the mortar or the expo. So maybe I'll put it like way off in the corner. If I do draw the CC, then it'll head that way. All right, I don't know where exactly we're going to be heading. I think I'll go to the multi-arch tower after this, right? Ooh, okay, I didn't know if we were heading that way, but I kind of saw. Okay, go invisible. Royal Champion, please. Oh my gosh, we're going to go invisible here for a second. Oh, I see the bomb going up. Okay, well, we're going to have to be so careful with the... okay, let's do this. By the way, time's not like a huge issue. I probably said that, but... Let's go ahead and put you here. Let's put the Minion Prince and stuff down. I'm going to wait just a second before I put my... Hey, ice columns. Yeah, go get stuck on them. Okay, we're going to put the Royal Champion down now. I think we're okay. Well, let's pop this. We'll get some healers and other things. And we've got a fantastic path to the Town Hall now. I will overgrowth this all right here. That way I can stay a little bit healthy. And I'm going to just forward ability now. That way I can keep my Royal Champion alive. Okay, we dealt with the CC, though, so that's good. Last furnace. I always want to call them fire spitters for some reason. I have no... It's had it. Okay, let's rage right here. We'll get this town hall down. We'll have to worry about that. Oh, no, we don't worry about the fire spitter after this. Oh, boy, we're going to have to worry about this section now. Oh, I used my minion principality. Whoops. All right, how's this one looking? This is actually a lot closer than they have been. Although my royal champion, I had to like use my warden ability, I think, a lot earlier than I would have liked to. But you can see, look at the value that these little furnaces and stuff get. They're distracting some of the defenses and stuff. Obviously, this one's not super crushed, but I think people would mostly be happy with this raid, or most people would be happy with this raid. Actually, it is kind of crushed. I lied. I'm going to consider this crushed. Yeah, we're happy with that. Even though that was a pretty sloppy raid, we still ended up coming up with a pretty crushed base. So, yeah, let's do like 1 or 2 more replays. Or not replays, but live attacks. All right, this was a base that tripped up a lot of Root Rider players for me last season. So we're going to try this one and see if we can make it work with this army. We're just going to wait a second. Get the expo, please. Thank you. Honestly, oh, okay. You know what? Well, actually, yeah, we do want to get a little bit more value than this. Oh, okay. Well, just kidding. We're going to recall you. That wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. We're going to put 2 furnaces here. Oh, I want to freeze that. I want to save my queen a little bit. Let's put 1 furnace over here, too. Yeah, you see that? They're drawing the CC out of the way. Well, most of the CC. So that's fine with me. Okay, we're frozen up here. That kind of sucks. Is my queen dead? Oh, she actually did die. I was like talking about how much you can make her live. All right. Well, that's warden ability now. I feel like that's a really well-timed warden ability. We're going to put a furnace here. Okay, good. I was hoping that wasn't in range of the Tesla. Okay, the minion prince kind of handled the town hall by himself. We're going to just overgrowth right there. We put 1 furnace here. They last a long time, right? So you don't have to be like really scared to put them down early on. They do last quite a while. We're going to use this now because I have a feeling that we're going to be heading in this direction in just a second. Okay, yep. How's this one looking? By the way, this base probably defended Root Rider attacks better than any other base I had last season. It really did do really well for me. And look at these fire spirits are going to come up and clear all these buildings too. If they weren't going to go down anyway. But this one looks like it's going to be... Oh, the Phoenix on the... Yeah, Minion Prince helped a lot. This one was definitely closer. But again, I think I did kind of... I was a little sloppy with this one too. Let's go ahead and use this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Super barbs. And man, I say that. It's still kind of crushed. We do have the 2 heroes alive plus some Root Riders. And a swagged Invis spell. Dang, that was first try on that base too. I'll even show you. That was the one we did last time. This one, the 6% was because I accidentally used my warden or my royal champion ability and she ran off in a direction, and so I just decided to retry it. But other than that, I've been tripling bases pretty much every time. So we'll do one more. Let's do one more attack and then we'll call it good there. All right, this will be it. Trying to figure out my plan for this one. I think I can get the monolith and maybe the expo. One of the ground expos. Man, this one. Actually, I'm not exactly sure exactly how much value I can get. Okay, we'll put 1 fire spitter up there. Okay, perfect. Okay, I was hoping Spirit Fox would be invisible. Okay, we're gonna use this now. Do we go to the... Okay, we do go to the monolith. Nice. Okay, and then we'll draw the CC out of the way. Man, do I let the Royal Champion just sit here and get more value? No, we're going to be stuck on ice combs. Don't even want to worry about it. Let's put the siege barracks down with a couple of these little guys. And we'll... Dang, they're actually going to be kind of in the way. Never mind, they're not. Oh, Minion Prince, please, no. Why? Right to an air defense. Oh, I didn't even put my queen down. That was genius. Okay, well, we're going to use the minion prince ability really early on. Let's use the warden ability too, I guess. Put one more barbarian in there. That way I don't have to worry about that. Let's pop the queen ability. I don't really know what else I would do with it. We'll just put a furnace. See, I don't even really know exactly where yet. I don't really know how to use this army. Like, I don't have it learned yet, if that makes sense. This, to be honest with you though, looks absolutely crushed if I had to just guess. I'm like unsure where to even use my spells at this point because everything's so spread out, but oh my gosh. Yeah. Go Phoenix. There we go. Look at that. What? That's insanely crushed. Get wrecked, Shock. I just smacked my camera. Man, that was way crushed. Yeah, I really, for real, I'm telling you guys, it's very rare that I can just grab an army, even one that I haven't used for a while, and just start crushing bases like this left and right. Hopefully you guys give this a try. I'll put the army link in the description. It feels better for me than Root Rider Valkyrie, so we'll have to see. But that's crazy. I wasn't expecting it to be this strong. But anyway, I'll try this out in Legend League tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes there. But I'll see you guys next time.